Hi guys, welcome back for your September reading. I've been very unwell. Each video I've had to do probably 5 times. So maybe you're going to do something 5 times, who knows. Maybe more. Okay, if you're wanting a booking, you can go to the link directly below. The in-betweener section I've removed temporarily due to time. I have 3 days to do 12 videos. And it's more the upload side of things. I will add them back in. At a separate date, I am going to add additional videos. Every 2 weeks, the twin flame videos will still be up. They're all there time frame wise, but they will be up. So one will be coming due mid-month. Now, as for the shop, products have started development. If you're wanting to have a look at what they look like and what's going to be on offer on the website, please follow me on Facebook or Instagram, or you don't have to. You can just jump onto it and actually have a look. There are images connected to the products that will be up for sale soon. Now, we're going to do the general part of the reading, and then if I can remember, if I start talking couple with the first one, I should probably just keep it that way, because that's what happened in the last video. But then I had a coughing fit, so I had to leave. So I've got my Coca-Cola on hand, hoping that will help. Because the cutting and the adding the videos together, it's just, and then YouTube's really nice. Like, I'm sorry, you can't have that up there. So you spend a whole 24 hours uploading it, and then it's like, ding. So let's just keep it non-complicated, shall we? Okay, so for you guys, what am I picking? There are some arduous individuals around you. Now, when I'm saying that, I'm meaning there are some people that are really choosing you off. There are people that are getting to the point where they're not on your frequency, they're not on your vibe, they don't get where you're coming from, and you're taking all energy to have patience. Now, it might be that in your mind you're very rational, and you're looking at it from very much your perspective, which is fair enough, that is your perspective, but they're not really getting the bigger picture. And so that frustrates you, and it's really, it may come to a head where you have that awareness where it is just what it is, but I'm feeling you're controlling your energy to a point where you're trying not to blow your top. It doesn't feel your energy is going into September on a negative front. It does feel this is an aspect that has already transpired or may travel through to the first week. That's what I'm feeling. From there on in, I'm also feeling there has been lots of things changing in a sense of you wanting to have a different way of living, a different way of being, back to a way you feel it should have always been. Now, for some of you, there may be secrets that are exposed in some shape or form. And again, I'm not feeling this to be terrible. I'm feeling it's more you've kept something private to yourself, and in some shape or form, information is traveling through the grapevine. You're going to take it with a grain of salt, because ultimately speaking, your road in your life is very private. But there feels that aspect connected to that may transpire. I do feel there is change connected to, and I don't know, this has popped into my head so many times, obviously because I've done the video several times for the same zodiac sign. Something connected to assets, as well as something connected to a location of where you live. Aspects connected to that are changing in some shape or form. Aspects connected to whether you stay or whether you go feels directly connected to this as well. Now, it's not that the energy within the house is bad, but it does feel it's the middle point in a journey. So it feels as though there may be, and it doesn't mean the house may be got rid of or something like that. It feels that a journey is coming where you may be removed from the house, or you may temporarily be away working, or something to this degree. It feels an aspect connected to house is going to be different, but it's in a good way. Oh, tell me how it relates. I'm just telling you what's coming through. Now, as for friendships, friendships are changing. Your key friendships, you are learning very quickly who your friends are and who are not, as well as you're coming to a place where you've always been very careful who you friend. You are very intuitive, but you're also outgrowing certain aspects of scenarios. So that will be changing too. Okay. Now, I'm feeling in the area of money, you are becoming a lot wiser connected to what you need to do with it, what's coming, what's required. You're not sharing this information with a certain individual. Now, it's not you're being shady. This is my feeling. I'm feeling a manifestation. Now, when I'm saying that, I'm meaning I feel you have a big plan in mind. You have a bright idea connected to cash, and you've considered the aspect of it as the woman sits meditating. You've made your mind up about what you're going to do and how you're going to bring all of your life plan together within your mind. Now, the ironic thing is with the mind, it's a manifester. So try and keep your vibe very positive. Try to steer clear of the areas that failed. And failure is never the right word, really, because every failure has a lesson involved that actually forward moves you. So theoretically, they were necessary for the intelligence. But what I'm feeling is you have a bright idea connected to where you're going to go and how you're going to manifest it. And there will be a new beginning on the cash front connected for this as well. Camera doesn't really work. Hi. Anyway, new beginning. Okay, connected to this, if someone is challenging your belief system or your mindset is challenging you, you need to not compromise on that. And when I'm saying that, I mean it for positive, not negative. So don't use a negative mindset as an excuse that it's never going to happen. You're co-creating that. You need to change that vibe. And I don't think that's not for everyone. But try to get that if you're passionate about something and you believe in yourself enough, you can actually co-create it. And that new beginning is coming and it is starting. The mere process of your mindset changing is already the new beginning. So don't compromise on what your entitlements are, connected to cash and connected to what is rightfully yours. Try to do it in the most positive, neutral manner, and you're going to receive the best outcome. Stand into your power this month, because a lot of people have been taking advantage of you, and you will know who they are and who they're not. And if you do the right thing by it and you own your voice and you own your power, you'll find you'll probably get... Well, I'm not a doctor, but I will say you'll get less throat chakra issues. I've got Cancer Moon rising. I know this. Okay. Connected to your family, you do shine. But part of you hasn't felt as fantastic. But an aspect of you within the first week is going to change, and you're going to feel back to your bubbly self, and you'll be able to give your undivided attention to your family and the people around you that love you. And something is changing in your world that is creating this shine. It feels like a sense of positivity around you. And because of that aspect, that makes you happy, which internally comes out from the in. In some aspects connected to family, you feel choices have been taken from you. This has been very challenging for you. It's also caused areas where you have chosen not to speak your truth connected to family members of what you feel your opinion is on scenarios. You felt it to be inappropriate for you to voice those concerns Although when those concerns fall under your door, that voice does need to be heard because it's then directly impacting you and yours. The communication will also be there and is necessary. So that's what I've just said. Now, connected to your general life, you may get dreams directly connected to what is going on. So anything of concern that you are thinking about or pondering and wondering how to deal with it, 9 times out of 10 your dreams will speak to you. Because what we do is we go to sleep, and if we don't have that time within our day where we can muddle through the puzzle and come to a resolve or a result, knowing which direction we need to take, what you find is at some given point in time, it will enter into your dreams. Now, it's like a puzzle solver. It helps you look at it from a different perspective. I do have a dream dictionary connected on the website. It does take you away from the website, but it's a link. So if you do need to use it, you can jump on there and you can have a look at that. Research it all the way down to a sense you feel within a dream, aspects, key objects directly within the dream, and it will tell a story. For me, physically, when I have premonitions for myself, what I find is the dots are never connected until close to the time. For me, one of my first premonitions was directly connected to my daughter, but I didn't realise the connection until many years later. So it can be aspects connected within the dream that you can decipher, but your dreams are nevertheless trying to speak to you. Now, this can be passed over loved ones entering into your dreams, where they're trying to communicate with you. They're also watching over you to help your dreams come true. Okay, a lot of worries that you have on your heart are going to be removed. You've carried these burdens for way too long, and your loved ones want you to let your swords down. They want you to live your highest purpose and to live in the happiness that you deserve that has been long overdue. That's what I'm feeling. Okay. It might be that you are the eldest, or that people have come to you with their problems from a mature standpoint, or the older person in a scenario has impacted your life. Now, if you're having to be the bigger person in a situation you're currently dealing with in your general life, it's going to reap rewards, because the feeling I'm getting is the parties involved in a direct scenario around you are actually not acting in a mature way, which is directly impacting you and making you to have to hold your tongue to be the responsible elder. So this is directly impacting. I'll pull a clarity for that. Where are they? There they are. Way with Ferris. You probably see me wiggling my fingers. God, I remember in high school we did the typing and it was the same key over again. I woke up one night and I was doing the fingers. Still know how to type now. Now, what's going on with this? Okay, you've got shapeshifter and reverse. Now, a shapeshifter, in a sense, for me, you're also ruled by the moon, being Cancer. A shapeshifter, in a sense, can be an aspect connected to something that is happening that reminds you of a previous situation. Now, this card was in reverse. So it's saying this is not the same as last time. This is different. If fears are connected to a scenario playing out in your life, if this is the last time, it will be the last time. So if you've had to purge an aspect of a hurt and remove individuals from your circle that have impacted your way of living, the lesson will be learned in a sense, not only on their part but yours, where you've dealt and you've created a benchmark. It will never happen again. So try and remember that while you're going through that process, and it's going to help you. It's also not going to have the same outcome, because if your energy has changed in a sense of the way you're directly using your energy to deal with the energy of another person who is being difficult connected to you, the outcome you will have will then be different. But I'm feeling it's you having to be the bigger person in the scenario. You do look back over times, but you wonder, you have changed, yet people think you haven't yet. You know, they haven't walked your path. They don't know how far you've come. So they don't get that. They know their path they've walked, and that's what they're looking at right now. So try not to take it personally, even though I do feel a personal scenario is happening. We all have our own. Had a conversation with my daughter about this. About tissues for our issues. We've all got our own toilet roll. It's okay to share 1 or 2 tasks on that. But at some point we have to take responsibility. You should probably watch this and tell me all. Okay, singles. What's going on with you guys? Okay, money isn't on your mind. Try and keep your thought process connected to money really positive, even if it looks like it's dwindling. I don't feel... Generally, you guys have great luck. You're huge manifestors connected to being that provider. When you're not, it's because it's out of your control. You don't like that either. But I'm feeling cash for some reason is coming up. You have bright ideas involved. Keep your energy very clear connected to it, because I'm feeling quite positive connected to what you're wanting to manifest, but you need to do it in the correct way, or there will be a delay, or the outcome won't be as positive as it should be. I can feel a cough brewing. Video is better than last night. I was yawning and coughing. And it wasn't that I wasn't interested or tuning. Okay, you're recouping, so it can be that last month connected to now, or connected to the frustrations that you've been dealing with individuals, as per the general, has impacted you to a point you need to rest. If you're needing to rest, listen to your body. On any element, be it love, be it money, be it work, take the rest, or the universe will help you do that. Okay, you're getting very frustrated connected to something you've been dealing with. Now, for you, if you're looking at love, which this is the love domain, what you'll find is you're feeling where you invested previously was a very bad investment. That you didn't get out of it what you had actually put in. It did turn your world upside down, and now you're feeling it was quite a complete waste of time. But the ironic thing is, you're not angry at them. You're angry at you. But nobody is perfect. There's no such thing as perfect. And had you not, you would have never known. Be kind to yourself. Okay, where you are and who you are and everything you have to offer is going to pay off in the end. A person that is coming towards you will actually see your worth and is going to choose you. And I do feel there may be 2 individuals connected to you. I do feel one of them might actually be overseas or from a foreign country for some of you. Okay, connected to a previous outcome, I feel there was a very unfair scenario. And it led you to go inside yourself to do some reflection, like you were the only one responsible. There's always 2 parties responsible for scenarios. There's never one, and you should never place yourself in that energy completely on your own. Sometimes it can even be external situations which directly impact it. But that road and the reason you both met is always there for a divine purpose, and you have to trust that. Okay, be very careful with the way you handle your energy placed against others, because the energy will come back to you. You may feel somebody has unjustly spoken of you. Try to mirror that back, and not in a sense of vengefulness, but more that the karma will take effect. Okay. What you're needing to rest on is connected to a legal matter, connected to something that legally may be yours, or is a contract, or something that's binding, or a severing of a partnership. You need to rest on the situation for a minute before you work on what you're going to do from here. And if there's glare, I'm really sorry. Okay, the person who you were directly connected to, or that you have been helping, or the fact, I feel it's more directly connected to you. You're feeling in general you don't have the luck connected to love, or scenarios in your life, and that you are perhaps a magnet for bad luck. Okay, family health is also getting you into a place where it's impacting you as well, also needing to come to a place where you need to rest. So it's not one given situation that's impacting you. It's several areas in your life that are on top of the romantic aspect impacting you right now. And whoever these two people are that I feel coming towards you, and I don't always read the cards, I also use my psychic ability, so I feel there's two individuals, for some of you, not all of you. Okay. One, you're very cautious to take from. The other is very giving. Now, someone, you would never, ever turn to them, one of the individuals, because emotionally speaking, you know there's always a catch-22 with this person. There's something directly connected where there's something in it for them. That in loving nature is not genuine, and nobody should ever owe anybody anything, as long as you're keeping your vibe, you know, fair, just. Huh? Okay. Where there has been this injustice, you're actually going to be very assertive connected to this. Please keep it totally cool bananas, as my girlfriend Dora would say. Don't do anything that will impact you. If it's kosher, go ahead, but it feels like an angry energy. Try and do whatever you need to do, in a sense, at the correct time, so that nobody gets hurt, but the result, as per se, is positive. After you've rested, a romantic union is going to come about, but I feel some aspects of life are being dealt with currently, moving into the second and the third week, and by the fourth week I can feel a lull and a calm. It's not to say that the process of this stage of, you know, it growing closer with the person is not there. I just feel aspects you're currently dealing with on the single life zone, I feel is directly impacting you, connected to contracts, legalities, can be assets, changing over of assets. Now, where there might be gossip, it might be connected to a marriage of a person who was married previously, if it was you, or the person that you're directly connected to. But again, I am feeling two individuals. In between us, maybe? Do tell me how this relates. If you're wanting a private booking and we need to go deeper, I can do that for you. Couples, what's going on with you guys? Let's give these a good shuffle. It's lucky no one can catch the flu through a computer. You can. A bug. Oh, God. I'm too slow, eh? I'm not going to cough on this video, so. Couples. It's weird. I can see a dustpan, and I don't know why. And it might be a metaphor connected to something that you're actually doing. It feels like you're sweeping up the aftermath of a terror event. Now, this can be cleaning up loose ends, tying up loose ends, paperwork, errands, bits and pieces, to bring something to a steady foundation. Now, it feels the foundation as such is already there, but it feels aspects connected to the past are being tied up here and now. For some of you, this might be several years later, that there's still aspects directly connected to the past that you're directly dealing with still. So this could be if you had children with somebody else, or if there were aspects connected to healing that needed to happen, purging in any aspect. It feels like it is directly impacting your relationship zone, but you are doing all you can to physically clean up aspects of that. Not all of it is of your own doing, but the way in which you deal with it has been impacted, and that may be as per the general section where your health, has been a bit run down. So by resting and choosing your battles correctly, you're going to find you're going to work through that energy a lot better. And again, I can see movement, and I don't know what this is connected to. It might be moving of assets. It might be you physically moving. It might be people moving. It might be you moving to a new location. It just feels movement as per se. Movement's not a bad thing. It doesn't have to be a physical house move. It can be your mindset actually moving where you've done some healing and you're ready for a fresh start in life, and you're just ready to let all the rubbish go and move along like it never ever happened. Magic wand. I think in a romantic sense for some reason, and these are very strange. Okay, I'm going to sum it up in a verbal, and I'm going to give these a good shuffle again, because that's not the vibe I'm feeling. I'll tell you what the card said. Okay, because when I feel energies, the energies I also can channel connected to where they stem from. Now, the energies I'm collecting, you need to be very careful for your vibration. A lot of your energy that's coming through is very much from a past tense scenario. And this past tense scenario is also directly impacting you seeing the positive things in front of you. So if you're currently in a partnership, and look, it might just be a few months or it could be several years, something from your past as a point of a trigger, it could be an anniversary, it could be a date, is bringing back paradigms of the past. Now, like I said in your general section, you have been and are working on it, but what you need to do is keep aware of that while you're in this connection and partnership, because your partner will pick this vibration up, and it's not that they will take it personal, it won't bode well within the relationship, and it's not that they can't handle energies connected to your past, or that you can't handle energies connected to your past. Don't let that past define you. You have a new future, and you don't need to live in that aspect forever like it's a prison, because it's not a nice place to be. And that's what I'm going to say, because it feels past tense related. And it is hurting, and I do get that. But don't let it hurt you. Take its power away. You're better than that. Okay. Never had to do that before. Heavy filling. And I'm going to use the angel cards to move over from Pond. That'll be right. Yeah. Okay. Couples. Tell us what Cancer needs to know. What are they doing there? Okay. You're not wanting someone to know something, okay? You're not opening up to your partner as much as you'd like to, but it's aspects directly connected to your past that's impacting this. That's holding you back, feeling you're going to have the same treatment as a past tense scenario did. This could be directly connected to your mother and father's relationship, or it could be directly connected to a past tense relationship you physically had. Okay, couples. Yeah, 25-minute reading. Never happens. Your energy. Okay, you know your life bodes well. You know, you also know that you can deal with this energy. You're not wanting to be foolish connected to anything. You're also being responsible connected to your relationship within the scenario. But in a way, you're wearing a mask connected to your partner, but not in a negative way where you're lying to them, but in a way you feel it's inappropriate to share certain aspects of yourself and the burdens you carry internally at a level you need to heal, because your shell is protecting you. And in the past where you've opened up, it could be to this individual or it could be in a previous scenario, you're feeling that it's not appropriate. You need to let that wall down in order to let that person in. You're sacrificing your needs, for everybody. But are you? Because aspects of what's coming is very positive. So any temporary sacrifice is going to be worth it, which is what I'm hearing. Okay, a person connected to you in the past has been very greedy, and you're fearful that your current relationship is going to have the same outcome. It's not going to have the same outcome, but you're very fretful of it. Also, aspects connected to external are being quite greedy within this scenario, where they're robbing you of your time and of your relationship time, and it's making you feel quite cross because you're wanting more time with your partner, and it could be work-related commitments. It can be connected to family. Something's taking you away from the scenario, but not at a romantic level, more at a emotional level. There is going to be some gossip connected to this relationship as well. Now, you have past tense hurts connected, but it can be that the talk is connected how you and this person got together. Okay, but you know all too well that that's not true. And yet, if the roles were reversed and people could actually see what's inside you, they'd know the truth of the matter. A lot of what's happening you were unprepared for. You didn't know how things were going to go. You didn't think life would turn out this way. All of it, really. Lots has changed. Okay. A lot of your energy has nothing to do with your current relationship, and this is the second time. Now, I feel something connected to assets, something connected to money. There is a person around you who's being very responsible. Yet, there is also a person around you who is being very greedy, and it has made you feel very tired, connected to this, connected to something that has been taken from you. This has made you quite tired. It has created gossip, or somehow information is not getting handed down to you in the correct format. But there is a new beginning. Now, this can be directly connected to children. It can be directly connected to if something was taken from you or your children. That could be the new beginning in a sense, and take it as a new beginning of a very fresh start. Or it can be connected to the way in which you perceive it and look at a scenario is you're purging it and letting it go. But very much in the first week, it's a very heavy energy for you, and you're not quite ready to let that go. Oh, Cancer. You crack me up. Okay, number 1. Aside from your purging aspect, it's safe for you to love. You won't verbalize your romantic feelings right away. There is going to be a time of peace and harmony. This can be a direct honeymoon for some of you. Or it can be a time where things fall into that natural flow where it feels very good. Take the mask off though. Go with the flow with it. Be who you really are and feel and know that this person, it's safe for you to love. You can actually be who you are. They do not want you to change. They want the very best for you, but they actually don't expect you to change. They love you for who you are. Make the effort when it comes to taking your mask off. You don't have to shred your whole shell off. Just leave a peephole. This directly is not connected to your childhood or connected to children. This is about you and this person. By expressing yourself to this person, any aspects you're concerned about will be cleared away, and there will leave more room for love. There is a direct attraction to this person on a very deep level. And you just need to go with the flow. I'm not going to go any further on that because I feel I'll see how it goes during the week. I may for Cancerian add a mid-month video, and that's only because that energy was very heavy. Now, if you are wanting a booking and I haven't had time to get that up, please go down to the link and I will do you a private reading. Bye.